This is Kevin Harlan.
Here we go.
It'll be the Celtics off the tip. All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On the floor for Boston. Filling out the wings, it's Brown and Hayward. Horford is out there with Jason Tatum. And it's Irving at the 1. Well, Steve, 2 strong benches tonight. Both front offices. Great job building these teams and building their depth.
You're totally right, Kevin. And it's hard to do under this salary cap situation. You need strong talent evaluators to be able to have these type of benches.
Sometimes those guys, Smitty, are as valuable as the players themselves.
You're totally right. Whenever you can pick out talent and find guys that fit the great system, you have something.
Outside Leonard, and stolen by Hayward. And here comes Horford leading the fast break. Here's Brown. He kicks to Tatum. For 3, Hayward. Green with the rebound. Outside Lowry. Passes it to Ibaka. Beyond the arc. Here's Valanciunas. And it's sent back by Horford. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Horford. Outside Leonard. Screened by Ibaka. And stolen by Tatum. Brown kicks to Irving. Brown trying to free himself up. Irving can't hit.
Yeah, and they're just hitting 20% of their shots. It's a rough start to this game.
The offensive rebound. Here's Valanciunas. Good work defensively by Horford.
Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the first 5 here to start the game. And you're just not going to see him do that very often. Usually when he rises up, there's a guarantee it's going down.
Brown dishes to Hayward. Tatum wide open. He fires one. Drills the three-pointer. Tatum's got 5 now.
And this is why you gave Hayward big money, not just a score in this offense.
There's the pass to Valanciunas. Leonard against Hayward. Valanciunas with a screen on Hayward. Leonard kicks to Ibaka. Here's Valanciunas. Shot to end this cold run.
He is so out of his element right now. Hasn't made a shot all quarter. I feel for him.
Tatum passes to Horford. Here's Hayward. And Hayward with the stuff.
Yeah, and give it up for the feed from Horford. He's a playmaker, and you love having a big man show off that kind of vision.
So, timeout called here, the first for Toronto.
Yeah, and Gordon Hayward is a player who's always found a way to add something to his game. Now he feels comfortable going at a defense either inside or out. Great strength when attacking the rim and can shrug off those defenders.
Raptors trail by 7. Leonard on the wing. Defended by Hayward. Right at the free throw line. Valanciunas dishes to Ibaka. Tries yet again, and it's sent back by Horford.
He's just gone stone cold this period, and it's bringing the rest of the team down.
Here's Irving, and there are the Celtics with another basket. And Greg, you mentioned Hayward's strength. That and his ball fakes seem to be not as recognized as they should be.
Yeah, I think Hayward has one of the better pump fakes in our league. Great deception with inside-out dribbles to create space. And the things he does well aren't immediately apparent, but Hayward's terrific fundamentals are what make him a great scorer.
And stolen by Kyrie Irving. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. In the corner, Tatum with it. And out of bounds as Toronto gains possession. Raptors trail by 9. Lowry with the ball. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Irving passes to Brown. That pushes it to double digits.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
And Jaylen Brown was given quite the compliment on his game from Draymond Green, who felt, Greg, that Brown was good enough to be an all-star.
Yeah, you know, I don't know if I'd be fully on board with that assessment in terms of last year, but I do think he's well on his way to becoming an all-star. His scoring and offensive impact continues to grow each year, and he's shown a great knack on the defensive side as well. Terrific two-way player. The sky is the limit.
And how about that exhale there? Finally gets one to fall through 6 attempts.
Irving kicks to Horford. Inside, Brown, and finished off by Brown.
And really focused on establishing dominance down low. And, guys, it's working.
They have played physical, they have owned the paint, and they have built up a decent lead here in the first.
Toronto with the ball, following the bucket by the Celtics. Ibaka drawing the double team, and it's Jason Tatum with the foul. That's his first foul. .34 seconds left in the first. Ibaka dishes to Green. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From 15 feet away, gets that one to drop. First one of the game after 4 straight misses.
It took him a while, but he finally gets one to fall.
Ball's knocked loose. Irving passes to Brown. Hayward kicks to Irving. No good on the triple. Lowry from deep three-point land. And no good trying to get that one. And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. Celtics lead by 10. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. The game is evolving, and Al Horford has changed his game along with it.
It never occurred to me that I'd be shooting threes at this rate.
And give Horford credit. He adjusted with the times. He didn't stay set, Greg, in his ways.
Yeah, he was always a great mid-range shooter, and he's proven to be a legitimate threat from deep.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. When you consider how the Celtics are doing, guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
They're just not sitting back. They are going for steals, and their activity has been terrific.
You know, sometimes gambling gets you in trouble, but in that first quarter, it was just the opposite.
Inside pairing is Ibaka and Valanciunas. Kyle Lowry and Danny Green are the guard tandem. And it's Leonard in at the 3 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Now here's Valanciunas. And it's Valanciunas finishing it off.
Jonas Valanciunas, the big fella, dominating in the paint.
And the Celtics with possession here.
This Toronto offense has been going through a transition the last few years. The team used to take a lot of mid-range shots and run a lot of ISOs. They switched to more of a ball movement-oriented style, and it paid off.
Now here's Valanciunas following the miss by Kyrie Irving. Screened by Valanciunas. Here's Ibaka, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Along with the Raptors' decrease in isolations, the amount of threes jumped up as well.
So true. 38% of shots last year were threes. Raptors took the 3rd most threes in the league last season. We'll see if that trend continues this season, but there has clearly been a shift in how they want to play.
Ibaka hits both of them.
And among NBA bigs, he is known for his ability to deliver at the free throw line.
Tatum's shot is off. Raptors trail by 8. Lowry passes to Ibaka. And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession. Fred VanVleet is checked in for Toronto. And the Celtics also making a change. Smart's checked in. For Boston, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Here's Irving. Makes it off the glass.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Al Horford is a multiple all-star. And if you count his stats, you miss what he brings to the table. When you factor in his passing, his defense, his efficiency, he does all the things that help you win. Coach Brad Stevens said, Al Horford averaging 15 points a game for you is like other guys averaging 27. Kevin?
The definition of a pro. Terrific guy. Thank you, D.A. Here's Smart after the made shot from Jonas Valanciunas. Here's Horford, and it's blocked by Ibaka.
And that's how you do it. Ibaka still able to surprise people very quick off the floor.
Raptors trail by 8 to the right side. Lowry against Irving. Left side, Ibaka. And Leonard has it in the corner. A three-pointer off the mark.
Yeah, not a great shot there, especially when you got a lockdown defender guarding.
You know, there's no shame in passing out in that situation. Leave your ego at the door.
Here is Lowry. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. And the Raptors call time here. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
A new group in now for the Raptors. Monroe's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Pascal Siakam comes in for Serge Ibaka. OG Anunoby's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's DeLon Wright in for Kyle Lowry. Boston also with the sub, Aaron Baines. He's checked in for Al Horford. Irving can't get it to go.
Well, just think what's happening here. He hasn't found his groove, yet they still hold the lead.
And again, Toronto no up. Celtics leading by 10.
When you watch Anunoby play, he does so much well. Makes his teammates better. Not easy to do as a young wing player. He's a fantastic passer and does a very good job of reading the play.
Here's Wright following the basket by Kyrie Irving. Siakam passes to Monroe. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
I mean, if the defender is going to play off like that, then you know what's going to happen. There are going to be points put on the board.
.112 left to play in the first half.
Second foul. You don't want to pick up his third in this half. We'll see if they'll make a substitution or not.
And with all the drama, Greg, that has followed Irving the past few seasons, he reached out to Kobe Bryant for some guidance.
And just like Irving and LeBron had to go their own ways, so did Kobe and Shaq. Very few players know what it's like to be in a situation like Irving, but Kobe's one of them. And Kobe gave Irving the confidence to not be afraid of standing out in his career decisions, and so far it's paid off handsomely.
Celtics leading by 9. Here's Hayward. And Baines kicks to Hayward. Outside Tatum. On the wing, Irving. 32 seconds left in the first half. Clock at 6. Goes back up. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Here's Van Vliet to the middle. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Irving up top. Over right. He got it up. And so that's the end of the first half. Celtics out in front. They lead by 7. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks a lot. Kyrie, what were you all focusing on coming into the game tonight?
come out with a intense focus and intensity that other teams can't match. Just doing whatever.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, Hoop fans. NBA Halftime Show on 2. Out in front at the half is Boston. They've got the 7-point lead. And Shaq, what are your thoughts on Boston?
They did an awesome-horrific job. That's right, Ernie. Awesome-horrific. That's awesome and terrific together. Anyway, they did an awesome-horrific job of limiting turnovers. They were almost mistake-free. It puts you in the right frame of mind when you can play like that. As long as they keep protecting the ball in the next 2 quarters, they will protect the lead.
Looking at Toronto, Kenny, your thoughts?
Poor efficiency on offense. That's what jumps out at me. You aren't going to win many games shooting under 35%. Bad shot selection, too much one-on-one play, not finishing with authority. Now, these are correctable errors. They could choose to come out in the second half and completely flip that script.
Man, that.
We return now to Toronto with a fantastic look at sunset at the downtown skyline of Toronto, Ontario. Wow, what a great view. The second half just about to get going here. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
And through the first 2 quarters, he was extremely aggressive, picked up a number of steals.
He did a nice job reading their plays as they were developing. His anticipation was off the charts.
On the court for the Celtics, they've got Smart. Marcus Morris is out there with Williams. Then it's Aaron Baines, and it's Rozier in at the point. He's off on the first. And when it comes to big men who can really handle the basketball, there aren't many of them, but there are a few, and they're pretty good at it, the bigs.
I think the best at this, and we don't consider him a big, but he's close to 7 feet, is Kevin Durant.
Right.
Handling the basketball for a big. DeMarcus Cousins is really good. You look at guys like LaMarcus Aldridge, not bad. Blake Griffin, for his size, being able to handle the basketball. We have so many guys that have that skill set, and they're 6'10" and above.
Now here's Leonard. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Off the catch, Leonard with the quick trigger. Nothing but money.
Pass to Morris. Leonard with the steal. Stolen by Smart to the inside. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Smart's got his first bucket in this one.
And that's how you want to come out of the locker room. He is fired up.
Yes, in the first minute or so, you knock down a couple shots. You are in rhythm.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, guys, it seems every season new records are set for the number of three-pointers made and attempted. It's proven to be successful, and of course, it is a copycat league. It's hard to know why it took so long for everyone to catch on, but now that they have, the effects continue to ripple throughout the league.
They sure have, David. Thank you.
And the defense daring him to shoot that. Good plan right there.
Stolen by Smart. To the paint. Here's Tice. And the rejection by Monroe. Morris against Leonard. Pass to Monroe. Stolen by Smart. Here's Tice. The layup off target.
Just 1 for 4 since the break. They are looking for better efficiency on the offensive end.
Tries again, and plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up.
When you look at the MVP race each year, most of the candidates were drafted in the top 5, but somehow Kawhi lasted to number 15.
And with Kawhi in this past summer, his health was such an unknown quantity during trade talks. Now that we know that Kawhi is a full go, it looks like a great deal for Toronto. Casts a bit of a shadow and doubt over Kawhi's last year in San Antonio, but it is what it is at this point.
And the first one at the line is good.
And with Kawhi Leonard, he just does everything well on the floor. Offense, defense, rebounding, runs the floor. I mean, he is One of the more complete players in our league. He can completely take over a game on both ends.
He hits both from the stripe. And Greg with Kawhi started as a defensive stopper, but he now is so much more than that.
I mean, he's got a great outside shot, that pull-up jumper, the turnarounds in the post. He has the complete repertoire. You never would have thought he was only viewed as a defense guy once upon a time, but was already a fantastic player. But this is a guy that continues to just add to his game.
Oh, up high and down hard with that one-hander.
He got a little extra forceful. You're right with that one. Brown kicks to Rozier and stolen by Wright. And there's a whistle. That goes on Terry Rozier. That's his first foul. Boston making some changes. Williams comes in for Yabusele. And Marcus Smart is subbed in for Ogilvy. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession.
Yeah, tremendous hustle just to get a hand on that one.
Reads the play, quick reaction, almost comes up with that steal.
Passes to Miles. Here's Siakam, guarded by Smart. Knocked away. And another turnover for the Celtics. Rozier, the pass to Williams. Dishes it to Morris. Shoots over Monroe. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Well, in the rebounding game, at least, it's been a strong physical performance for him.
And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That's on Jaylen Brown.
And no doubt that Marcus Smart is one of the better defenders at his position. Quick feet are complemented by that strong frame, and he just digs in and against would-be scorers and just never lets them get comfortable.
And he knocks down the first one. And Greg was Smart. When he's off the floor or injured, you notice just how it changes the team's defense.
Yeah, I mean, the defense overall just seems to have less bite, less edge, less toughness without Smart. And the way he plays, you feel like he is looking to make a play on defense rather than just trying to slow his man down. Great at taking charges and forcing turnovers. He is truly the catalyst of their defense.
He's been so consistent scoring the basketball. It has helped him tack on to this lead.
And the Raptors call time here.
And when you take a look at that shot chart, the amount of misses lately, really unbelievable.
You start to wonder, in my opinion, is it better to take everything to the rack now or to try at least draw some fouls?
OG Anunoby's checked in for the Raptors. Lowry comes in for Wright. Raptors trail by 7. Outside Lowry. Ibaka pushes to Valanciunas. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
I think it very well could be. That might be the game-changing play that helps push them over the top.
There's Smart after the Raptors pick up 2. Morris, left side. Fires from the line. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. And the Celtics lead by 7. Toronto, they've gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Valanciunas, and it's Valanciunas finishing it off.
What a look from Lowry. Just knew he would be open.
So the Celtics call timeout. They're first.
Yeah, I mean, it's an opportunity to kind of regroup and discuss ways to maximize these possessions.
The reason why is you like to get value every time down the floor, but that does take a lot of discipline.
Green, he's checked in for C.J. Miles. So Boston going with almost an entire new group here. Al Horford's checked in for Williams. Jason Tatum comes in for Morris. Gordon Hayward's checked in for Marcus Smart. And Irving subbed in for Rozier. Now here's Irving. He's got 7. Here's Hayward. Horford against Valanciunas. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. Serge Ibaka picks one up there.
And how about that floor awareness there from Tatum? It does a good job of scanning the court and getting the ball to the open man. And if there was ever a guy who was more than what his stats say, it's Al Horford. Won't have nights where he drops 50 or carries a team with his shot blocking, but you ask anyone he's played with and they'll tell you he is a perfect teammate.
Now here's Lowry. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Kicks it to Valanciunas. And Tatum pulls it down. Tatum's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Rebounded by Valanciunas. Valanciunas has got his 8th rebound here tonight. Right side Green, just his first attempt. The offensive rebound, and stolen by Irving. The shot that time, not on target. And so it's the Boston Celtics in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They've got a big advantage in the turnover stats because of their intense defense. We'll return shortly. And meanwhile, Coach Brad Stevens talking to his team.
Talked about it in the pregame. We have to play with game.
3 quarters in the books, folks. Glad to have you with us. Welcome back as we get going. Anunoby is outside at 3 with Ibaka down at power forward. Kyle Lowry and Danny Green are the guard tandem. And it's Valanciunas in at the center position. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Now here's Tatum. 5 on the clock. Here's Irving. That shot off. Good work defensively by Lowry.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Here's Irving. The shot's good. Brown making the play. 9 points for Kyrie Irving.
Out in transition, Kyrie finds his spot down the court. Finishes the job.
Lowry kicks to Ibaka. Shoots it. It's tipped. They recover it. Good. Oh, wow, guys, doesn't look good. We've got an injury here.
And that's the one thing you just really can't control or even guard against, and that's injury.
It's an unfortunate part of the game. Our thoughts and prayers are with him.
The Raptors making a switch here. Siakam's checked in. Irving up top, now recovering. No good from Irving. Raptors trail by 8. From deep, Green. It's hauled in by Brown. Horford against Valanciunas. Irving for 3, sinks the triple. Steve, we know you're not going to become an official anytime soon, but is there a rule you would change in the NBA right now if you could?
Yeah, I look at the zone defense. I would love to go back where you're guarding your guy in some form or fashion. I know when I played, there was totally different rules about the legal defense, and it was basically imaginary line right straight down the middle. If you crossed that line, you had to go and double team somebody. I look at it right now, there's teams that are so good, they're just kind of playing a zone, and it's forcing us to see teams take more three-point shots.
And Toronto will go for a different look here. Monroe's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Leonard comes in for OG Anunoby. C.J. Miles, he's checked in for Danny Green. And it's Wright in for Kyle Lowry. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. The Toronto's head coach had some words for his team during the break. He was begging them to step it up. He said, we've got to make the move now. we're going to be out of time and out of luck. Give it everything you've got out there. Kevin?
Here's Leonard. After Gordon Hayward's bucket, he had a nice open look right there. And it's 9 points for Leonard.
That time he kept it himself. Leonard playing a chess game on the pick and roll.
Here's Irving. And he lays it straight in. Irving's got the lead up to 13 now for the Celtics.
He's been locked in all quarter, really finding his rhythm.
And Wright kicks to Leonard over Hayward. And it's Leonard missing.
Can't convert, but a good opportunity from mid-range. He'll take that every time.
Outside Irving. From downtown. No good on that one. And Toronto will come the other way. Leonard fires away from outside. Top of the key, Siakam. Hayward against Leonard. There's a good screen. Monroe's shot is good.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Celtics leading by 11. Outside Irving. Horford trying to free himself up. Irving can't get it to go. And stolen by Irving. Down low, Horford. And a dunk by Horford.
Well, the thing about Kyrie, he draws so much defensive attention. Someone's often left open.
Right outside. He kicks it to Leonard. Look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. 6 to shoot. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Leonard's got 11 in the second half.
You know, there's a rhythm to Leonard's game, but also an awareness. Just takes what the defense allows.
Irving against Wright. Horford sets a screen for Irving. Toronto grabs the miss. Monroe's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Irving against Wright. From past the arc. Irving misses.
Coming out of halftime, he wanted to start strong, yet the opposite happened.
Timeout.
And the Raptors call time here.
Started.
They're down by 11. 56 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Kyrie Irving.
And I love that it's been a hard-charging performance. Jump shots have been kind of an afterthought. His main goal has been to attack the rim and put the D in some tough spots and also finishing strong.
And as the star of this team, he knows he's going to be the object of the crowd's anger. Lowry kicks to Monroe. Kicks it out to Leonard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Hayward. And again, no good by Toronto. Here's Monroe. And the lead is down inside single digits.
Fantastic positioning on that offensive board. Then right back up.
So it's the Celtics now. Here's Brown. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And the vertical that Brown has is pretty impressive, as relentless a finisher as you'll find in our league.
Good on the first, and that'll push the lead to double digits. OG Anunoby's checked in for the Raptors. And a tough break is his second attempt at the line. No good.
Yeah, you'd like to convert them all, but that should still be enough to secure the win.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Here's Valanciunas, and it's sent back by Horford. Here's Irving. Whistle on the play. Bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
Tremendous effort here on the road. That plane ride home is going to be sweet.
They better have some extra goodies on that plane, because after this blowout, they deserve to be rewarded.
Free throw no good for Irving.
I mean, it's so impressive. Kyrie's scoring ability. Terrific shot maker, obviously gets to the line, converts at a high rate.
Eight seconds left to play here in the fourth. That three off the mark. And here's Leonard from three. No good there.
And what about the hustle from Brown on D? Just not giving his man any room to feel comfortable.
And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, G, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by.